Hey guys, so the following video will be one live session virtual class that I delivered in my community. It's one text that I learned in my middle school written by a famous writer in China. And if you like it and want to know more, you can join my community. If you don't want to bother, you can just learn the following content. So please enjoy.
This actually is one of the four texts that the author wrote. So the other three are, of course, 夏、秋、冬。You know this character? 夏. 夏 means summer. Summer. 秋 is autumn. Fall. 冬 is winter. Okay, so this text itself Rose is about the spring season. Spring is finally here. So the writer is called 朱自清. 朱自清. He is a really famous writer, really good at writing about 散文. Do you know different types of writings in China, in Chinese? Okay, I'll take that as a no. So in China, there are several basic writing formats or styles. Okay, so the most easy one is 记叙文. 记 means write. 叙 means tell. So write, tell. 文 means the text. So write, tell, text. I guess the meaning. It's about tell a story. So 记叙文 is when you write a story. 记叙 means you write down something that happened or you imagine it happened. So tell a story. The other is called 议论文. 议论文. 议论 means to discuss, to talk about something, to discuss something. So this type of text is to talk about a topic, to discuss a topic, to discuss something. So these two are the most basic writing content that we will learn as a student in China. So we have 记叙文, that's the most basic. We learn how to write a sentence. We learn how to structure an essay, a text, a story. And we will learn this throughout first grade to, let's see, to ninth grade. So basically, all of elementary school and the first 3 years in middle school, we will all learn this type of writing. But when we go to high school, senior high, we will learn this type of writing. This writings is what we write in the college entrance exam. We will write this type of writing, 议论文. Okay, so what about 散文? 散文 is a bit of both. 散 means separated. So in this style, you can just consider it as I write here and there. Sometimes I write a story, sometimes I write a topic, but in all, it tell an idea. It has a single topic underneath the separated materials in the text. So that's why it's called 散文, because it's separated in different paragraphs. Maybe the first paragraph is about I getting up, eat a breakfast. Second paragraph is about something happened before or now. And third paragraph might be, well, I thought of an idea that I didn't want to tell. But underneath, they all want to say the same thing, the same idea. So that's what 散文 will be like. It uses 记叙文, the storytelling format, to write, but if you will use the stories and the conversations to talk about the topic. So it's a bit of both. It's the most hard to write 散文. And this guy, 朱自清 here, he is really good at writing 散文. So that's, and 散文 is also what we here to learn today. 春 is 散文. You will later see why it's called 散文. Okay, so let's see the first paragraph. The paragraph in Chinese is called 自然段. 自然段. 自然 is natural or nature or nature. 段 is paragraph or blocks. So here 自然段 is paragraph in English. paragraph. So do you know anything about Chinese paragraph? No? Okay. So see, in English, some people will write, let's say this is an article and these are the lines. Uh, let's just make them little boxes. Okay. So in English, you might write from the first thing, or but in Chinese, when you begin a new paragraph, you will leave the first two character in two little character space in blank. So we start at the number three boxes. So you can, if you got, if you have the chance to read a Chinese book, you will see everything will be like it will leave the first two in blank. So that's how you tell is the beginning of a paragraph. It's because these two places are empty. Okay, so let's go to the first paragraph of today's text. 盼望着. I'm doing the writing because I want you to get familiar how characters get written. You can see dong, dong, right. Dong, dong, 脚进来. The first is too repetitive. 盼望着. I know this might be all characters that you don't know. Yeah, let's go through them one by one. It's first 盼. So meaning it has two parts. Okay, the left part is radical part. This part determines its meaning. Normally, the other part, the right part here, will determine its pronunciation, but in this character, it's not. Okay, so do you know this character? Pronounced mu. Mu, okay? So do you know there's I? It's an I, right? So when you put it in vertical, like this. And when you squeeze it, make it more rectangular, it'll be like this. Okay. Pronounced mu. And it means your eyes. Mu. So now you can see this character has mu as its radical part in the left So this character must have something to do with your eyes. So this character means hope for. And you can imagine like you standing at stand in front of your house and at your door, look far away, waiting for something to happen. This is what this character stands for. You hope for something to happen, waiting for something to happen, and here, 望. These two characters, okay? You see the first character here, it has two parts, left and right. And these type of characters have two parts, above and bottom. So in Chinese, left is 左, right is 右. On the above, 上, at the bottom is 下. These are two really commonly seen structures for characters. So easily they'll be called 左右结构. 结构 is structure. Structure, okay. So left, right structure. 左右结构. You can see these two characters are both 左右结构. And here we'll call 上下结构. So left, right, up and down, different structures. The first character is 左右结构. Next here is 上下结构. Same here, we have different parts that will determine its pronunciation. And here is the down part, pronounced Wang. It means king, Wang. And this character itself pronounced Wang. You can see the resemblance here. Remember Wang, you remember this one's pronunciation. And it just has different tones. So Wang. It also means to look. It means to look at a far away, look far away. 望. For example, it has a word called binoculars. like those, this thing, to look far away. 望远. We learned this at the first poem, if you still remember. This means far. And this means lens, camera, camera, 镜. So now, 望. So the first two characters together, this first one, please do remember what's its meaning? The meaning of the first character? Hopeful, right? Yeah, hopeful. And the second is to look. So when these two characters came together, 盼望 become a word. 盼望. And it just means the same for the first character. It still means hopeful. But two syllables makes it feels more complete. 盼望. It still means hope for. The third one, 遮. Okay, so this one needs to be 遮. It has two pronunciations. 遮 or 遮. 着. This one, the first one, 遮 here, it means something, an action is happening. It's like adding an ing at an action. Looking, look to looking. Look is 看. So when you want to say you are looking at the stuff, you say 看着. So if you are walk is 走. And now you guess what is walking. It's 走着. And run is 跑. And running, now you know it. 跑着. So here, 盼望着. Now you know what this stands for. If you know, give me a thumbs up. No, now I know you know. So still a little confused, eh? So this character, when it's pronounced 遮, it put an action into the doing mode. Not just do, it's doing. It's going right now. So 盼望 means hope for. So add a 着, that means I'm hoping for. I'm doing this right now. I'm hoping right now. Okay. Everything with when you add a 着 here, it becomes ing. Doing becomes doing. Is to add this character in Chinese. Any problems? Any questions about this one? Okay. So let's go to the next pronunciation. 着. 着 is when something is cover you, like you covered by clothes. You can see this character itself is sheep. Sheep over an eye. So you wear a wool like hat over your head as something. So it means you wear something. Wear 穿着. 穿着 is to wear something. Okay, 着 wear or dress. 穿着 or 着 itself. So here you can see it's definitely not wearing something. Okay. You can't wear hope physically, right? So it just means it's doing something. Now the first 盼望着 I'm hoping for 盼望着 and again 盼望着 why here it writes it again? It's doubled. When you write a text in Chinese, if you write something again, then it means you want to emphasize it. Like 走着 走着 走 means walk. Now, do you know what this word mean? When it's pronounced 遮 it's to add doing, right? So 走着 is walking. Sometimes we say 走着走着. We write it again. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. So it still means walking, but it emphasizes that I was walking or I am walking at that moment. Okay. When you write something again, it emphasizes. So let's go back to here. 盼望着，盼望着. So he's really hoping for something. And finally, 东风来了。东 Do you know this character? 东 is east. Like in a map. Right? You know this compass, north, south, west, east. So here east is 东. West is 西. North is 北. South is 南. Dong, Xi, Nan, Bei. Dong, Nan, Xi, Bei. 4 characters, 4 directions. Okay, sometimes we say 东西. Dongxi is a word, but it does not mean direction. It means thing. That thing. That 那个那个 thing 东西 that thing 那个东西 Okay, so here it just means east. So east 风 means wind. Wind blows. Wind. So now here 东风 what does it mean? East wind, right? The wind comes from the east. So now in China, in Chinese, 东风 has a different meaning. You see in Chinese map, here is land, here is a sea. Okay, up to north. So land is at west. Sea is at east. So when it's winter, land, the temperature drops faster than the water, right? So here will be high pressure and wind blows like this. But when it's getting warmer, the land also temperature rises faster. So the sea is colder now. So here is more pressure, and now wind blows this way. So for Chinese people, when the wind is blow from the east, it means rain, or it's getting warmer. So here, 东风, the wind of spring. Okay, we understand this part? Okay. So 来 means to come. Le, you should remember the last session. Le means something is complete. Okay, so east wind already came, is already here. 来了. Okay, it's here. So that's our first sentence. 盼望着，盼望着，东风来了. And we'll stop here. We have less than a minute. And I will stop